Hello children, I am Mrs. Triveni Suresh Babu, social science teacher having experience of more than 20 years. I think yesterday you all understood about the different stone ages. Now let us pass on to a very important age, that is metal age. Metal age began at the end of the Neolithic age. So Neolithic was almost, why it is end means men stopped using the stones. He began to invent the metal and make implements from the metal, or use of the metal came into existence. That is why it is called as metal age. Copper was used first. Copper was the first metal used by the men. Then they learned the use of bronze. If you mix the tin and copper, it is bronze. Mixing of tin and copper will give you, it is an alloy of tin and copper. Bronze is an alloy of tin and copper. It is harder than copper. If you make an alloy, it will be harder. Metal age alli, see, you iron stone age, it is also called as metal age or iron stone age or copper stone age. It is called by the, it is the metal, whatever metal they used, the age was called by the name of the metal used. See, now quantity of copper and bronze tools was very slow. You know, searching the metal, mining was not developed so much during the olden period. Men had to go here and there, far off places, found out the metal. It was, the process was very slow. If you get quickly, you can make the products at a large scale quickly. But it was slow. That means copper and bronze tools were made very slow. It was a slow process. Use of stone weapons continued. What we do when there is scarcity for something, along with that we use the other thing. So here, along with the copper and the bronze, men was using the stone weapons, the continuation of the stone weapons. Agriculture and cattle rearing became the main occupation of the people of metal age. See, designed pots were made. I told you, using the wheels, he began to make the pots. Copper implements were made and jewelry were also found. If you look at some of the wall pictures of this period, women were wearing some jewels made out of the copper. They began to make jewelry, carve the jewelry. And they used the copper implements to dig the earth deep also, so that the better agriculture was taken. Or this helped them to, use of copper or the sharp metal, they helped them to occupy more and more forest area or convert the forest area into the cultivable land or agricultural land, or the forest land were converted into agricultural land. See children, men long back also, now we say that forest land is occupied, agricultural land is occupied by men, but during old age also, men began to cut the forest trees and began to grow the food. This was happening in the long ago also. And now, see, rise in the production of food grains. Now there was considerably increase in the growth of the food grains because agriculture was carried on large scale. See, now what they did, he used his brain. He is having plenty now, he is growing so much of quantity. What to do? He supplied to the needy places. Surplus food. Surplus means ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರೋದು. Whatever food he needed, he kept. Take example, a farmer. If he grows 100 kgs of tomato, what he will do? How much he can keep for the home? 5 kg, 10 kg, 20 kg. What he will do the other 80 kgs? He will sell it to the nearby places or the market. In the same way, the metal age people began to think, why don't I use this for trade? So the concept of trade emerged in the mind of the people. Now the trade, how this trade concept grow in the mind of the people, men began to sell the surplus. Of course, money was not there, but a system existed. Hence, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization arose. To call a age as a age of civilization, there should be some features like building of the roads, agricultural land, houses, drainage system. So men began to think in different direction, began to make his life more and more comfortable by making more and more facilities. In the Indus Valley civilization, so thus arose Harappa, Mohenjo-daro were the famous cities. It's a very good example of the metal age where you can see all the features of the development of the men from the Neolithic to the metal age. And there were some tributaries also. On the bank of the river Indus and its tributaries, Harappa Mohenjo-daro culture flourished. See, the historians call it as the first urbanization or the town planning. See, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, you can go to YouTube, children, see how the towns were planned so nicely, how the broad roads were constructed, drainage system, everything was much better than what we use the systems nowadays. So, see, historians say that this was the first urbanization or the town planning. Town planning was done so nicely. See, in South India, more copper was used than the bronze. See, Halluru, Banahalli, Brahmagiri, these were the three main places where metal age flourished. Now, from the, we will next move on to the Iron Stone Age. Iron is a very hard metal, you know. Now also we are using so many iron implements. Even now we can't leave that. See, however the modernization is taking place, we are using the iron because it is very hard to cut the tree in day-to-day daily work activities. We use the iron. See, this was existing about 3,500 years ago, children. It was a period of grand stone culture. Tombs of grand stone culture means they began to construct the tombs by using the stone. Different circles were made. They knew how to make use of the stone in building. And when anybody died, for the dead bodies, they began to build the chambers in different shapes, circular shape, rectangle shape, how to make use of the stone in burying the dead people. They all learnt. Red and black colored pots were kept in such chambers. See, ancient men had an opinion, or he was of the opinion, or there was a blind belief that after the death, men will use some things. So what they used to do? They used to, in pots were made by them. They filled the pots with the daily needs or some things and they kept in the chamber of the buried person. So, South India, people call it as the, now he began to build the houses also. And it is called as hut or the house of Pandavas. Why we call it the house of Pandavas means, you know, Pandavas were also wandering in the forest, making shelter for themselves. So, this age is also considered as, or it is also called as stone of Mauryas. When the Maurya Empire came, they continued the use of these metals and buildings. That is why it is called as the house of Pandavas and the stone of Mauryas. Iron implements were very helpful in the agriculture. So the metal age men used so many iron implements for the agriculture. And handicrafts. Handicraft means Karakushala Vastugalu, which was made by the man, by hand, not machine. So it is called handicrafts. Basket making or many things were made out of the cotton, beads, using the beads. You can give hundreds of examples. Whatever made by the hand or artistically, it is called as handicrafts. And the use of iron increased agricultural revolution. Revolution means drastic change. Kranti anta helthivi ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. Agricultural revolution means so much of drastic change, so much of production was there. They increased, they settled in one place, made use of the fertile land, grew surplus food, exchanged it for trade. All these things happened during this period. So this was called as a period of agricultural revolution. So surplus yield. Now what happened? The group of men or the people, you say some 3-4 people or one person, I'll give you an example. He occupied more land, grew more food. He became the owner of the cultivated land. He came to be called as the owner, or he was called as the ruling class. He slowly see, children, how the idea came into the mind of the men that I can rule others. People who are not having surplus or less land, they were ruled by the people who had so much of land. So now the ruling and the ruled. So two classes of people emerged during this period. People who had surplus land and surplus food. They were ruling the people who had very less agricultural land and not having surplus food. So now the next step was the emergence of the republic states. Man is greedy. He occupied the alluvial soil bank of the rivers. He occupied so many agricultural land. He built big houses. Then he said, hey, why don't I become the ruler? I can rule all. So under one man, hundreds of people were there listening to him, following him. He became the ruling class. Now slowly what happened? Republic states came into existence. Small states, one man ruling and others living as the citizens came into existence. See, now this is a very Nandas and Mauryas. So how the olden empire emerged? Like this only. The king who emerged as a king, he was very powerful and he was very intelligent. He was strong. He had money. He was wealthy. He was having more land, surplus food. So he became the ruler and others became the citizens. Like this Nandas and Mauryas empire also established. I think you have understood how the empire emerged. Who was the king? Who was powerful, who was strong, who had surplus, who was rich. Who could not become the king? They were listening to him. They were not having more land, surplus food, and they were listening to him. See, I can give you some of the locations of the iron stone age. Banahalli, Hirebenakallu, Brahmagiri, Koppa, Hegganahalli, T. Narsipura, Hemmige, Halluru, Jadigenahalli, Savandurga, Hutri Durga, Pandavaradinne. These most of the places, whatever I mentioned, is found in Karnataka states only. And I told you, they began to construct the tombs, stone circle, menhir, dolmen. These were the different types of tombs built by them. So they made different designs. See, I think you have understood what are the changes there from the Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic age, Metal age. Metal age from copper, bronze to iron implements. How the changes took place, how the society changed from one version to another. So I think you have understood my lesson. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you children. Thank you for listening.